On air and live. So yeah, just make sure you guys have all your other devices shut down so that the lag or cutting out is minimal.
Okay.
Just get ready to melt some faces.
Right. Buddy naked.
Let's not.
Should have you do like 10 burpees, kind of get your mindset right.
Quick little warm up.
Uh-huh.
My knees. Man, cold was solid. A little stuffed up, no headache though.
All right, looks like we got the YouTube video is going. Got the chat up, so I'm going to have anyone that has any questions for Kim and Jason, you can feel free to ask them there. I know sometimes the chat is tough during the call, but I got it up and going. So any questions, feel free to post them in there, and then when the call kind of comes to a close, we'll ask those questions and be enlightened from these two.
Yes. It's gonna be deep.
I'm gonna go and it's tough. It's tough for me to do. Hit pause when Led Zeppelin's playing, but we're gonna move on to some more important things here. All right, we are live via the Google Airways, and today we're excited to have this couple on and talk a little bit about the business and how to grow and start it with a family business in mind. And Jason and Kim Laimonis have been in the business for about 1.5 years. I got a couple kids at home, 3.5-year-old girl, Chelsea, and 2-year-old boy, Barrett. And so lots of stuff going on. You know, if you have kids, you understand that 2 is 20, as they say, and just found out that their youngest just learned how to crawl out of the crib. So life is going to be even more fun for these two now, because you're not able to restrain them much more once the crib is figured out. So, but we got a diamond business. Kim has diamond business. Jason growing his emerald business. And if you follow them on Facebook, you know that they love having fun, putting a lot of good stuff out there to attract and catch people's attention. And then from there, take it by building that relationship up with them and bringing them into their business. So I'm excited to hear from both of them and get their perspective. Obviously, Lindsay and I, we went into this with the idea of growing a family business as well. So this is why I love seeing couples doing it together, because we know what it can do and we know what kind of life it can provide, but also how we can grow closer as a couple together, with brainstorming and figuring things out, bouncing ideas off of each other. And without further ado, I'm going to hand it on over to you two.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Okay. So I'm Jason, obviously. So, like Tony said, we've been a year and a half into this deal, and took some resistance when I brought up the idea of getting started.
Oh, no. Got us started. Much convincing, but we want to start the call off today about how to get your, because I know within my team, a lot of people struggle to get their husband. Like, I know one of my builders, it took her husband 9 months to finally. So just a little perspective on what he looked at in the business when I brought it to him.
Just the potential was there. I mean, background, I did a lot of, I was kind of a dream chaser a little bit. So I was in motorsports for a long time and didn't have money, but there was no 401k, there was no retirement, there was no backbone to it. It was all up front. So this was a good way to pick up on that process, since was very low at the time. One, and that's been part of it, getting out of debt. Pretty clear to me without searching too hard into it. So we were pretty opportunity, and started to run. Right now we're at, I mean, we don't make a ton right now, but we cover preschool 1 month. So it definitely helps. So you can make it happen. And then most guys, that's stability any way you want. But we'll get to that a little bit later. So for the first part of the call,
When you present the opportunity to your husband, you don't want to present it like you would to any other person approaching with the coaching opportunity, the same as somebody on Facebook. Well, this is what I do as a coach, and you can't. Husband,
don't go up to your husband and be like, that doesn't work. Barely works online, but don't do it at home. So
with the coaching opportunity and want him to with you and be in a family business with you, you want to approach him and tell them his support is important to you.
Steps of paint a full picture of, and why their help. So whatever this is what they excel at, figure out how you can combine the two, and then your package as a team. So make them feel important to the process of them, or I should say, make it about us, not individual. Important to make sure that you on them being in it, and showing, I guess, an appreciation for what they can do for you, for your family. So everybody has their success partners. I have two. Jason has a couple, but it's different with your spouse. It's an in-house 24/7 support system in this business, because let's face it, this business is not easy, really hard to do. Support in your house 24/7 is a huge deal. Yeah, don't sugarcoat the business to them. Don't say all I have to do is work out, drink Shakeology, and get paid. You shouldn't even do that online. It's supposed to drive me nuts. Representation of what the business is. It's hard, but it's hard. You have to, I've never been challenged personally by this. Pretty challenging things in my past, so it's been a big reality check for me as far as what I need to work on. So don't paint an easy picture or make it harder than it is, but show
presentation, basically. So show them income progressions from other coaches, you know, husband-wife combinations, or get real for them. Say, you know, we couldn't go hunt. I couldn't take that hunting trip last year because, you know, we didn't have the money. Well, this year, if we do this, maybe you can. Or if you want that car, that boat, you know, justify it. Figure that out. Figure out, you know, speak to them and paint it in that picture.
I have to go.
Our Tyler is top of the bed. Neither is dog. So have them visualize that, you know, and see the opportunity here. So easier you can paint that picture and be involved in the process of getting it, and how everybody will benefit from it. And it's just not about working out, selling shakes, or, you know, hit on somebody. You know, for me, even, I guess more than I can even quantify, I always thought I was in shape. So I got 2 minutes into it and had that mouth. I was like, wow, this is not good. So, and that started me, and I started feeling better. I got rid of a lot of, you know, digestive issues I had with the shake, cleaning up my diet and exercising. So involved in the physical portion of it, working out. I mean, it has changed my life. So I can't, yeah. And actually it brought us together too. Like, we weren't that far apart before, but it just gave us something different. You know, when the kids went to bed, we throw in T25 and 25 minutes every night. And
So Jason, what would you say was the first thing that made you view that this business is going to be you know, something that you can find and fully support as well? You personally, you know, I know, like you said, you had come across a lot of things and had success with other things in life. Found some, you know, resistance early on, you know, but what was that point that you said, all right, hey, I can do this, and I want to really jump into this and run with it?
For me, it was differently. It was a point where I figured out it was hard. If something doesn't challenge me, I'm not too big on doing it. I figured out that, and then I've been in motorsports, like I said, so losing is a big problem for me, and not doing well. So figuring out that, you know, hey, this is hard. You know, you're not going to give up on it. You're going to do it. That was kind of came on. So and that was my mindset for it. But I don't know if I can point in time when that happened. It was just kind of a couple month period where this is not, you know, because I had seen the post, well, I get paid to drink shakes and work out. I was like, well, why isn't it working? That you have to erase all that stuff, what it is. So kind of a revelation. I don't know what that word even was. But after Summit this year, okay, you're the CEO of your own business, right? So you are, but you're also the worker. So I look at it as you are two positions. You're the CEO, you're the boss. So would you, the CEO, keep you, the worker, employed? No, without a doubt. I would have fired my ass a long time ago, putting in the work. So like with the Life page, when our Life page, we shut it down because I was using that as an excuse to not develop myself personally. I know I need to work on it. It was just kind of a comfortable escape to
Doing
working,
vitals.
yeah, doing the hard work that I need to do for myself.
Dealing with what's next.
Jump with the onboard.
Okay, so how we run our business as a couple, because honestly, that's what has attracted a lot of people to us. all the time from and other coaches saying, you know, I wish I could get my husband to, and daily from people, coaches saying, I wish I could get my husband. So obviously this was kind of perfect for us. So how we run our business together, we had to first figure out how we were going to, were we going to run it as two builders business, I have my business, and were we going to run it as this at a time, forward like that. How we do it is one at a time, and then we'll grow Jason's business. You have to figure out when you're business as a couple, how are you going to do it? Are you going to have your coaching business, and is your husband going to have his coaching business, or are you going to and one kind of take the back seat to the recognition, because one of you is going to get more recognition if you do it the way that we do.
As a couple, understand that that's how it's going to be until you hit a certain point. You know, figure out one builder, two builders. You know, is he just going to do? You're going to do background work, and he's going to be public. So, not necessarily getting the credit recognition or whatever.
That's where personal development comes in too, because it's going to be a struggle to not recognition time. As growing my business, Jason has done a ton in my business. Like, he handles everything behind the scenes. He makes all of our pictures, all of our videos. Like, to me, I'm just not tech savvy. I'm not good at that. So he does all of that. He does our getting started right emails. He does design work. And so you have to, what your strengths are, and that's what you need to work on.
Just figure out each other. So make content that my strengths, my weaknesses, her weaknesses, you know, and just together. Do the, you know, we're perfect, fake it till you make it deal.
Make it till they take it.
Yeah, make it till they take it. Basically, is my my philosophy.
Never liked the fake it till you make it. Don't put out something that we're 100% who we are, and in person, anybody that, like, everybody that met us at Summit, we don't pretend to be successful and making millions of dollars. You know, like, when I make income posts, I make posts that I got to pay for Chelsea's daycare with, or Chelsea's gymnastics. People struggle with a ton of money, so how do I share income with your Beachbody paycheck this week? Did you put gas in your car? That's going to reach a lot of people. Some people can't put gas in their car, so that extra $30 or $40, that's how we share.
Yeah, people will relate to that easier than they will. I just bought a boat, I just bought a house. You know, they think that's unrealistic and probably bullshit for the most part. With, you know, little stuff, the things that make life a little easier, not with the spouse initially. When you make that, you know, this can help us do these little things, and then maybe these big things off in the future.
A big picture in mind. One day we'll that way and buying a house on the beach, or, you know, that's big picture. But like right now, we're care or paying for preschool or paying for groceries, or, you know, you need to share that, and we both we keep each other grounded and focused, because Jason,
I get a lot of big ideas.
yeah, he's a big thinker, big thinker. Keep him grounded and be like, no, that's probably not the best. And, you know, honestly, like some of the ones that slip through the crack that I'm like, yeah, that's not such a good idea to post, are the ones that go viral. So, you know, maybe he shouldn't listen to me all the time, but then there are posts
you gotta push the limits once in a while. You gotta zone.
You have, but that's part of the working as a couple, is you have to be grounded and in check, and that's for us is, and then also is like we each have our own power hour daily, like a couple days a week where we sit down together and like kind of brainstorm, you know, what we want to ideas or stuff like that.
You have your in-house success part, get me closer than that. So you're available 24/7. She's woken me up in the middle of the night. Yes.
I have not.
Yeah.
I've woken him up in the middle of the night to go deal with the kids before, but
Maybe that's how it works.
time
Either way,
in the middle of the night.
we don't need to get into that right now. Yeah. Again, you know, it's a business where it's simple. It's not easy. So don't like. And when we started, kind of salesy, just post up the generic pictures, and it's Facebook. People want to see your face. They want to.
Everybody does when they start is they post the stock photos and the join me, and more people join our team from us being real about our lives and crazy family antics, because you know, you have 2 small kids.
Third big one.
It's sometimes straight up ridiculous over here. I mean, we share it all. It's like right now, he's emptying his diapers out of a drawer, and there's probably socks everywhere, but Chelsea drew some balls yesterday. I mean, we share everything. It's part of our life. So very rarely will you see a stock photo. My time hop from a year ago, what was I thinking?
Always look at your on this day, because you can learn a lot about what you did that bothers you now. You know not to repeat it.
And another thing that we do is we realized when we started this journey, we started working out together. We did all of our workouts together. And we've kind of slowly realized that that doesn't really work for us anymore. We do work out together occasionally, like when he has a cardio day and I'm doing T25 right now, but we've realized that for us, so you have to realize that too. You can't force it. Yeah. Just because you're building a business as a couple doesn't mean you have to do everything together.
Yeah, you're not the perfect couple. You got to go with it. So like we tried to do after Summit, we were both going to do hammer and chisel. Into it, I had to quit. So I went back to Body Beast. You know, I weights, but it was a good release for me. She couldn't get into her vibe with it, so she went back to T25, and she's loving it now. So deals and done. We'll still do videos like so.
Yeah, we do that a lot. Is we'll do a video of like some couples moves. 22-minute hardcore has the battle buddies workout. We'll doing some of those, or what is my friends on Facebook or his friends on Facebook will share videos of different couples moves on Facebook walls and ask us to do them. So sometimes we'll try and do those, or like we'll see Lindsay and Tony do a video and we'll.
Those are crazy.
I swear.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the validation of your consistency is when people come out and post a video that made me think of you. What they thought of when they saw somebody else doing some workout stuff, and they threw it to you.
And more times than not, it's people that regularly like or comment on my ones sharing these couples workout moves and stuff. So I mean, people are watching you. What they want, like with our crazy workouts.
Keep it real. I'll go handle that. Let her go solo here.
So, like we target our couples workout moves, and then Jason more guys with his quote of the day and all of that, because like what he was saying earlier is there needs to be some more training for guys, because guys obviously cannot run this way that girls do, because that's just the way it is. And there's like I was telling Jason, I feel like there's a bit of a stigma that guys can't do this, but there are so many successful guys in this business, 10 right now. So he is trying to figure out how to run this successful male. So he changes his posts a lot, trying to figure out what works. And I think he's finally starting to kind of find his groove. So that's another thing, is you have to find what works for you. Don't copy other couples, ideas from them and draw ideas off of them, but don't copy other couples and what they do. Not gonna work for you. Everybody's market is different. I think I'm kind of towards the end of my little white. So I don't know if anybody has any questions for us. A toddler.
I'm checking in here, Kim, if there are any. As far as you talked about, finding your, your way to build a business and scheduling things in, being flexible. Did you guys both go into the business saying, hey, we're going to do this all together? Are we going to, we're going to work out at the same time? We're going to drink the same shakes, make it like that cookie cutter type business? Or did you go into it kind of thinking, or has that mentality kind of changed as you've learned a little bit more about what it takes to be successful with this?
It's definitely been a learning curve. From we work out together, we drink our shakes together, we do everything together, to do two separate businesses. Jason has said, I'm just going to do my thing, you do your thing, and we'll see where it goes. And finally, we've gotten to a place where we're a team. He kind of does everything in the background. All of the, I hate to say it, but like all of the clerical work.
Clerical work, look at those things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he does a lot of the
everybody has a role, and you
background.
have to accept it at the end of the day. I mean, I like doing writing, I like lots of stuff. So I'll be a clerk.
Yeah. We've done it all. We've tried everything, and we've kind of just gotten to a point where this is what works for us. Is we're building one business, another business, but we've kind of like to our groove and our roles with how we're building our family business.
Yeah, I think that's how it goes. It's like, all right, we'll both run. We'll do my business, you'll do your business. And I think when the success really starts happening is when it becomes our business. And just because it's our business doesn't mean that it looks the same from both sides. Obviously Jason's doing different things than you are, but I think that focus is pointed in the same direction, whereas when it's my business and it's your business, we can kind of sometimes start going off of the path. But when we have that thinking of, all right, this is our business, we're going to put our efforts in, equally, and here is where we want to take it. And then being flexible. You guys said you had many good points. You know, Jason, the first one that popped out was, would me, the CEO, keep, me, the employee, on as an employee in my business? And if that's not happening, what kind of changes do I do? And
Yeah.
as things go on, you're figuring things out, and the being true to yourself, I think is the biggest thing. The make it till they take it. I think is the biggest thing. You're seeing now that the people that are supposed to be working with you, are seeing your videos. They're starting to comment more, or that there's people that are watching you because you're you, and there's other people out there that kind of have the same interests and kind of have the same sense of humor. They have the same likes and dislikes, and they find that stuff one way or another. And then the other thing, yes, it is our business, but individually we can both have that power hour, and then a couple times a week get together, brainstorm, and get that focus again. Like Kim said, Jason, you might sometimes be hard to kind of grab and control. I'm pretty sure I'm the same way with Lindsay having to kind of rope me back in and get me focused back on what I need. And and a good spouse, that's what you hope for. And and that couple of times you're getting together and saying, all right, here's where we got to get our focus back. And with family, with things that come up, sometimes it happens right away. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer. So being flexible, I think, is huge. And I think you guys are sharing and showing that very well with how you promote the business on your pages, and just sharing your life. I enjoy following both of you and seeing what happens. Love seeing Jason always just pumping those arms, showing off the gun show. Those are things that attract me to somebody on Facebook. So I know that it's bringing other people to watch what you're doing as well. And looking up questions, I'm having a tough time pull up the chat, but I think if you guys have any last burning desires to talk on, you brought in Barrett, the CEO, so I'm sure he told you.
Yeah, he's the real CEO.
Uh-huh.
He wants happens. That's kind of
Barrett.
We get him on videos, and it's
people love that. Barrett, do you like working out with mom and dad?
You like workout? Can you speak up? You want to work out? He has the man cold too.
That's real. Don't let it. All these memes out there. Sheena, I'm talking to you right now.
All right. I love it. Well, very cool. Well, hey, I know you guys are busy. I see somebody's ready for mom and dad to come be mom and dad again. So I thank you guys very much for jumping on the call, sharing everything that you guys have gone through and found that works for you. And we're rooting for you. Love watching you guys and seeing what you're doing, and just keep putting out YouTube. It's what everybody out there that's attracted to you is wanting to see, and we love having you guys on the team, and can't thank you enough for sharing today.
No problem.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for having us.
All right, everybody. Take care. Love y'all.